Cute. Bertino, controversial topic. What were we just talking about? N. We didn't name it. Let's call it a Q-tip bug. How about that? What do you say?
Ear-tip bug.
An ear tip bug. Okay. And what does it look like?
Little spoon.
Little stick, like a spoon. Extremely small. Maybe the size of like 3 freckles stacked on top of each other. Height-wise. And Q. Let's say it got into your body. What would it do? It would find you on a sunny day in a huge pool of hot red, still water that has been just sitting still for a very long time in the darkness. And it will have traveled on other hosts in earlier generations, and it will just sit there waiting to reproduce. And then, when some human comes by, the male and the female attack at the same time. The male will attack you from on a tree, and the female will attack you from the water. It's usually the male who attacks first and sets off a pheromone, and the male drops directly down onto your head after you stoop. It likes to wait in places where large animals stoop and then fall straight down on their heads, especially when they get older or when they're really hungry, and they prefer to eat other insects. But they do go after large prey. So, especially when they're reproducing and breeding. So, the female gets into the host's ear, and it tunnels in just after the little hairs in the back of their ear. Sometimes it will burrow kind of a little bit into the drum, right? Because it's got this huge long needle-like thing, a lot like a fucking mosquito's, right? So you'd think you put oil in your ear to flush it out, right? But that doesn't even really work too well, because it can just float to the top and it can breathe on the top. And even with oil, you might not spend enough time drowning it, and it can breathe from within your skin. So if it doesn't let go, if it's latched on good, it might not do anything with the oil there for a while. So you have to leave it for a good long time. And if you don't, it might actually wake up and then burrow much deeper into your head and do a lot more damage because it has babies in there.
It takes control over your brain.